Hey, what's up, guys? George Nix of Lakeshore Video here. I just wanted to go over an event that we covered. It is for a company called Peddinghaus, which is stronger than steel. That's their tagline. They make machines for steel fabricators. So basically, they make like robots that cut and weld steel beams, structural beams, stuff like that. And we were filming at FabTech Chicago. This was actually back in 2023. I'm a little behind on my just marketing and everything, just because I've been so busy the last couple of years. I kind of put marketing off to the side. So this was North America's largest metal forming, fabricating, welding, and finishing event. So it's just a bunch of steel companies from all over the United States, actually probably all over the world. And we did some coverage for Pettinghaus in particular. So let's go ahead and bring up what we did for them. So here you can see we were at the Langham, Chicago, and that's like a luxury hotel in Chicago. So basically all we were covering was the event portion in the Langham, not like the actual FabTech show. And it's right outside the House of Blues. You guys know where this is. So this is just a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, so you guys can see like where I was at. I basically was able to store all my gear back behind the curtain, and then that's my tripod there. And we did have some celebrities. We had Jay Williams, which is an NBA analyst and former standout point guard. And so it was like kind of a photo shoot with Jay Williams. All the, different steel manufacturers come to this event, and they just, want to get a picture with them. So it's just a fun thing to do for Pettinghaus's clients. So I was basically just standing here getting video during the photo session, and you can see I was like handheld on a Lumix S5, I think. Yeah, I believe it was the Lumix S5, and I think I was just shooting in like 4K 60 frames per second, or it might have gone down to 30 if it was too dark in there. And I believe I was shooting on an 85 millimeter 1.4 lens. Yeah, so you can see on my ISO 6400. I can't quite see what the frame rate was, but probably 30, because it was pretty dark in there. And then here's my setup for the main event. I basically do like wide, medium, tight. So you can see that's oh, there's me. FabTech Chicago 2023. So let me just pause this right here. Actually, there might actually be a photo that you guys can look at. There you go. So we have the Lumix S5. We got two S5s and an S1. I use the S1 because it's going to keep recording nonstop, but the S5s were a little cheaper. That's why I have those. They only have a 30-minute record limit, I want to say. Yeah, it's 30 minutes in any 10-bit mode, but it's unlimited if you do 8-bit, but I like to do 10-bit 422 vlog, usually in 4K 30 for events. And the reason why I do 30 and not 24 is because basically Instagram's going to conform that 24 to 30, and it looks jittery if you use 24. So you can see I got the Sigma 14 to 24 millimeter lens for my wide. I got the Lumix 35 millimeter f1.8 for my medium, and then I got the Lumix 70 to 200 f2.8 for my close-up. And then on top of the camera here, these are just like knockoff Sony NPF batteries, and I just got like this battery sled that does PD out for the power, and I just run that into my camera to keep them all powered up. And one of these batteries will last like probably 4 hours with a camera like this. So pretty much one battery lasts me the whole day, but I do have a second battery for everything when I go out and do these types of events. I'm using the Magnus what does that say? Magnus 6000H tripod. It's a really good tripod, smooth head, and it was only like $750, which may sound like a lot if you're not into video, but if you're a videographer, you know that's kind of cheap for a nice, smooth, fluid head. And I usually put this on wheels in case I have to move. So here's another angle of it. And I mount these all to one tripod using a couple of super clamps and just like tripod heads, cheap tripod heads. And this works well for quick coverage, but actually since then I've started putting these on a separate tripod just to eliminate any shake when I'm moving around my close-up, because sometimes you do get shake on these other shots. It doesn't matter so much on the wide, but the medium, you can see the shake a little bit. So, I mean, generally speaking, you can cut around it. It's not a big deal, but I just like to give the client the best, smoothest footage possible. So I started putting my wide and medium on a separate tripod from my main one if I'm not going to be moving. It just kind of depends on like the type of event and if I know I'm going to be stationary or if I think it's going to be moving a lot. So there you see the close-up of the S5. There's the S1, S5. I love that 14-24 2.8 lens. It's honestly really great for events. There's me. And also I should mention, I went ahead and came out of the S1 and fed that to the venue. And so they were able to put my close-up camera here onto that screen in the background over there. They had a screen on either side. They didn't do it for the comedian, but they did do it for other parts of the show. And the comedian was David Nihill, best-selling author and comedian. I believe he's from Australia. He had an Australian accent. So yeah, I think he's famous too. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to pop culture and stuff like that. So I had to look up who Jay Williams was. I had to look up who David Nihill was. But they did probably like an hour or probably like 45-minute set. And then Jay Williams came out and talked too. And then the CEO of, the owner and CEO of Pettinghaus came out and did, a big presentation. That's the main reason they bring people here. But, they have to lure people in with celebrities. Mainly, I mean, it's kind of like giving back to your clients. So it's nice to do that kind of stuff. They get to meet, famous people and have a good time. So here's one more video of it. So yeah, this was honestly a pretty simple setup for me. Because I do a lot of shoots where it's like 8 cameras these days, which is crazy. And you can see we're right downtown. And that's about it. These are just a couple photos I grabbed. So yeah, Pettinghaus is one of my biggest clients, I'd say. I love working with them, and I've done a bunch of events with them, and they fly me out all over the place. Oh, NASCC Louisville 2025. I actually was here capturing this. That's cool to see that. We'll do another video on that later, but I just wanted to show you just kind of a brief recap of this event that we did. Come back over here. And yeah, so like I said, I've been really slacking on my marketing, and so I'm going to start posting a whole lot more videos like this. So if you guys want to see more behind the scenes of what I do, I go into depth with everything that I do and why I do it. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments. So until the next video, you guys take it easy.